Okay, continuing on with the next video, and guys, this is gonna be uploaded on YouTube as well because I do want to tell people that they should also check out, the trading course. So if you're on YouTube, guys, do make sure that you're gonna learn the trading course that I'm putting in, and there's a lot of things from trading psychology to market psychology to trading the charts and the candlesticks and whatnot to money management. So it's a full packed cryptocurrency trading analysis for which is going to be more than 15 hours of content and everything broken down into small baby step pieces for you to understand. So you want to click the one I want this, you have the video to play what you're about to learn. Okay, so tradingview.com platform, this is the heaven for traders. Okay, I do think that without tradingview.com you couldn't have anything sorted out in one place. I mean, trading could be absolutely tough because you don't have the view, you don't have the trading view, right? So the name is perfect. For whoever actually came up with this name, kudos, congratulations. Now, I am on the website itself, and the first thing that you want to do, of course, right off the bat, is you want to go to tradingview.com, and you are going to see the first thing, which is going to be the welcome screen or the home page, if you want to call this. From here, guys, you're going to see tradingview.com. You're going to see on the top tabs right there, you're going to have the chart, the markets, the news, the screeners, which we're going to talk about, the community as well, and even way more things. Okay, so on the chart here, which we're going to dive in a bit, the markets, you're going to have the trade, like the top brokers, spark stocks, which I don't really use. Okay, I never use these ones. Or you can have the news, the screeners, community, and more. Okay. Now, over here you have a person icon and a get started blue button right there. If you click on the person icon, you can see they say sign in, what's new, dark color theme. Now, normally I like to enable the dark color theme, and I'm going to do that in a bit. But before that, I want to show you how it looks like without the dark color theme enabled. Of course, it's going to be white, and you can see they have their advertisement here for tradingview.com application. So if you guys want to download the app itself, you can actually do it for Windows, Macs as well. And when you come down here, you have markets at your fingertips, and you're gonna have the first thing as snaps. Okay, and this is just some pieces of news from other places. You have the market summary section over here where you have the indices, I guess, currencies, futures, crypto, and bonds. You're gonna see S&P, Nasdaq, Bitcoin index, US dollar index, which is DXY, and the Dow. From there, guys, you can see just a very small preview of the chart. You're gonna have editor's pick. Okay, so this is divided into two sections, guys. So this is gonna be first here, the editor's pick, the information that they're actually bringing you for free. You're gonna have the stocks here where there's an active stock, the gainers, the losers tab as well. Who is losing this time? DNAY is losing too much. Who is the gainers? Yeah, it's gonna be ALLG. All right, so these guys are winning with 100%, and the active ones. Okay, the breaking news if you're interested in fundamentals as well. But what we're interested in, you can have the live streams, is the crypto ideas. Okay, so if you need ideas based on cryptocurrencies, you can actually come here and you can see someone published a post, and his name is Trading Short. So Bitcoin, perhaps the most critical week of all, and you can actually see what they're talking about. It's just like their comment on what's going on with Bitcoin. Someone said Cardano price jump ahead, 66.6% target. So he says you have a falling wedge with Cardano and it's looking to go up there, which I made a video a couple of days ago, and I agree with that one. Okay, so Cardano is looking to actually jump. But anyway, this is the overview, and you can have Dogecoin. You also have Forex ideas and whatnot. Okay, stock ideas, so many things. On the right side, you have the news itself. Okay, the breaking news and what's going on. But that's just one part of it. This is just the whole welcome screen and the home page. Of course, our main focus is on the chart reading. So I'm gonna turn on the dark color theme, and all of a sudden it's dark because I want it to be cool to the eyes, and I always prefer this because if you turn on the white, if you don't turn on the dark color theme, you're gonna have potentially eye strain, and as a trader you're gonna be looking at the charts again and again. So the dark color actually helps you out. Now, you want to go up to the chart, or you can go to tradingview.com up there, and you can write / you can write chart. Okay, you can write chart here, or just let's do this the easy way. Go to the chart here, and now let's be visited with the chart. So here we are. This is loading up a little bit. My internet is a little bit of an idiot, but this time I hope it's gonna do justice. Now, what you see here is the first screen after you turn on the dark color theme mode. Okay, if I go back and I actually turn off the dark color theme and I try to go back to the charts, you're gonna find a white chart. And if you get confused, if you're a beginner and you don't know why the hell you're getting a white colored chart, is because you're not turning on the dark color theme. Now when that is done, of course, go back to the chart here, and you're gonna be visited with the weird ass looking kind of panels and whatnot, like too much traffic going on. And this is what we're going to learn from this very top to the bottom. Now I'm going to go on auto draw, and I want to draw a very ugly looking sort of a triangle. Just bear with me over there. This is the triangle. Okay, do you mean a rectangle? Do you mean this is why I like auto draw, by the way. Yeah, I mean, no, not that shit. This. Okay, okay, I'm gonna actually do something about it. So just something like this, and let's expand it a little bit like that. Okay, now the next thing is that you're gonna have the top panel here. It's divided into a top panel, right? And then you're gonna have the left panel, pretty simple. And then you're gonna have the bottom panel, and you by now you've already figured out that this is gonna be the right panel right there. Okay, now you're gonna have a little bit of symbols. Now symbols are just drawings, a little bit of icons going on here, from there to there, all the way stretching to the end of the right side of the screen. The left side starts from the top with many symbols stretching to the down of the screen. The bottom has a symbol here stretching all the way to the further screen right there, and you're gonna have the top right there stretching again to the down of the screen. So if you actually look at it this way, this is what you see at the top here, the top panel, and then you're gonna see the left side of things, which is gonna be that one. Am I on full screen? I'm not even on the full screen. Okay, no, I was on the full screen, but I don't know why it actually shows. Okay, this is how it's looking like. All right, so you're gonna have the left side of things here. This is the left panel, and you're gonna have some icons which we're gonna dive into, and the top one, sorry, the bottom one and the left one. Okay, the first one that you see is gonna be here 11, and I'm gonna open up 11. But before that, guys, before I dive into the chart, let's create a new account, because I need to create the account. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click on sign in, and from here I need to sign in with Google. You can sign in with any social media you want, but I'm just gonna choose Google right now. So Adam Coins right there, and enter the password for Adam Coins. Next. I hope you didn't see. Okay, yeah, so I entered the, let me just write in the password very quickly, and let's log in into Adam Coins. Okay, so thank goodness. Choose a picture if you want to choose a picture or whatever. I'm just gonna click on continue, and then from there, guys, I've already logged in into it. So let's dive into the chart. So basically this is gonna be a free plan, and I'm gonna have a limited use of it, but still I always use the free plan, and it works really good for me. Anyways, let's go on into the next thing. So the first thing you're going to see is the 11 here. Going to have a little bit of a settings there. You can actually switch off the dark color theme and turn it on again. You have the drawings panel, which you can close and turn it off. It's actually, the left side is known as a drawing panel. This one right here is known as a drawing panel, because we use this panel for drawing tools, basically. Okay, all right, so you want to make sure that the auto save is turned on, because whenever you're going to make the save with your whatever you're doing, it's going to come in handy. If you want to actually learn about the keyboard shortcuts, you can click the keyboard shortcuts for the chart as well, and you can see so many keyboards shortcuts right there. So you can actually see whatever you want to do in the future. For example, if I want to have a shortcut for a trend line, I can press Alt or Option T, and it's gonna turn into a trend line mode, and I just draw a trend line. Congratulations if you did so. Now the next thing on the top side here is gonna be, you can see AAPL. So this is a symbol search. So what you want to do in a symbol search is search for a coin. Pretty simple. So in here I'm gonna write any coin. So the trick to this is to write the symbol of the coin and not the full name of the coin. For example, Bitcoin is BTC and USDT. That's what I want to look for, and you can actually filter out based on stock, future, forex, if you need a much more precise search right there. So this is self-explanatory, or you can even search for Dodge, whatever you want to search for, okay? And then from there, you have the time frame panel. Now, by default, when you dive in for the first time, it's going to write a D right there, and you can switch between 1 second, 5 second for the seconds, and the minutes as well if you want to dive into the minutes, and the hours and whatnot, the daily, the weekly, the monthly, and the ranges. Okay, but right now we don't need that. The next one is going to be candles. So if I do zoom out here and I want to click the candles, I can dive into the Heiken-Ashi if I want to have a different looking candle. I can actually, dive into the hollow candles, and it's going to change the candle, the look of the appearance of the candles. But I'm just going to leave it into the default. The next one is going to be the indicators, and in this indicators you're going to have a very big huge tab right there, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit in the detail. So the first thing is that you have this indicator. Now indicators, I've talked about it in the course. There's a lot of indicators from EMAs to the MACDs to the RSI. So what you want to do is you want to write in basically let's say an EMA, so moving average exponential, and I want to bring it to the chart and I want to use it. So just write the EMA, and you can see it there, and you just click the EMA, and it's going to pop up to the left side of your screen right there. Now whenever you select an EMA, any EMA or indicator basically, you're always going to have this settings icon, which is going to be that setting icon right there. If I zoom in, you're going to have a hide option, a setting option, a source code, and remove, right? Or you can even have way more settings right there, but we don't need that right now. So the only thing that I want to show you is the settings. In the settings, guys, you can actually have different settings on an EMA. For example, if you want to change the style of it and the visibility, you can do so. Now let's say the style right now of the EMA is blue, so if I want to turn it into yellow, I can do so, and the line just became yellow in the background. And if I want to increase the thickness, I just can click this again, and I can play out with the thickness and the opacity if I want to bump the opacity or not. The visibility is going to be like this, but you want to leave this one to default. You don't want to do anything apart from this one. And the other thing for the inputs is the length, of course. The length means the days: 9 days, 20 days, 10 days, 212 days. People like 200 settings, and once you do that, it's going to actually place look a little bit different. Just look how different this one became. Okay, the EMA became almost straight all of a sudden. So I'm going to do undo things, and this is the default one. That's okay. Anyways, the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the indicators here. In the indicators, actually we were talking about the indicators, but I do want to actually go back to the technicals, and I want to talk about chart pattern and candlestick pattern. Now what is this? What I want to do is I want to dive into the Bitcoin time frame there, and because this is actually a cryptocurrency video, actually what I'm going to do is remove the EMA, because you already know how to add up a new indicator. So let's go back to the indicators, and what I want to do is click on chart pattern. Now you can see there's a chart pattern bearish flag. Now what this is basically, the version here is, it tells you what do you call this, artificial intelligence. It actually tries to notice if you have a head and shoulder, if you have a different kind of chart pattern. So if you're looking for something that you don't know, for example here, let me look if we have like triple top. Do we have a triple top on Bitcoin? So I'm gonna click on triple top, and let's hope that we do have one. Okay, triple top, there's 10 triple top, I guess. All right, so we don't have like a triple top over here, but anyway, I'm just gonna say, skip this one because it's gonna take a lot of time. Let's try a candlestick, okay, like a doji. I'm pretty sure doji is gonna be available to us. So let's bring in the doji. Let's remove the chart right there. All right, so you're gonna have a little bit of symbols down here, and it's gonna tell you where the doji appeared during the time of Bitcoin. So if I actually zoom in there, so you can see they've highlighted that these two were a doji and this was a doji as well. Okay, so these two were a doji, which is amazing. All right, So the next thing apart from the indicators is going to be this one, indicator templates. So if you want to save these settings right now, the default settings that you have with the doji opened up, you can save it as a template so that in the future you can go back to this template. But I'm not going to do that right now. The next one is going to be the alert. Okay, now let's say that right now Bitcoin is priced at 42,127, and I want to set a notification that once Bitcoin goes above 43,000, it actually gives me a notification. Okay, so you also have an expiration time that if Bitcoin doesn't go within this date and this time, then don't notify me at all. Maybe you're just looking for a very quick price update that day, so you can set the set expiration time that day, and you can actually say notify on application. So if you download the application of TradingView, you're gonna find this notification pop up on your phone as well, or you can actually get an email or show a pop-up if you're using the website, and you can click create. You can actually do crossing. You can say crossing up or crossing down or whatever, moving up like this, but I'm just going to leave it into crossing. And you can even say only once or every time that Bitcoin goes above 43 or below 43. Okay, the next one is gonna be replay. I'm gonna remove this doji candlestick there. The replay, what it does is, if you click the replay and you want to go to a particular point of time, and right now I've clicked the replay, and let's say I want to go back to time when Bitcoin was nearly uh, up here back in 26 December 2021 last year, and I click on this and I want to see how the performance is going on. Now this is really handy for me when I'm teaching trading, and from there I can actually play the momentum of how the Bitcoin progress. So I can click the buttons here, the next candle, another candle, another candle, or I can just increase the speed, and I can click on the play button potentially right there. I don't know if it's actually gonna do it um, from here. Yeah, you just want to click on play, I guess. Yes, and when you click on play, the candles just play by themselves until the very this current point of time. So I'm just gonna click on close again, click on replay. Let's go back to November 2021 and click on the play button, and you can see the candles are printing themselves. I don't have to do anything, just like that, and you can actually observe how the market was moving from the previous history. Now this is good if you want to have a refresher, but I'm just going to remove it anyway. Yes, exit out of that. The next thing is going to be the select layout. Now if you're on the paid plan, you can switch between different layouts, but this is going to be the free one, so I'm going to leave it as default, and this one I don't use that much. And settings, this is really important. So I'm going to actually tell you how I set up my charts. So what you want to do is click on chart properties right there, and you're going to have symbol, status line, scales, appearance, trading, and events. Now symbol is the trading candles down there. So what you want to do is you want to change the color of the body. So what I'm going to do is click the body green here, and I'm going to set it into this color. And once you set it into that color, the next thing that you want to do, actually I'm going to bring this one, is you click on the plus icon to save it as a random color, and you click add. So it's going to be added into the color palettes down there, and once you do that, you close out of it. The next one is going to be the red candle, so I'm going to select this red and do the plus icon and add right there. So you can actually see down here we are starting to change the color a little bit of the body. Now what is the borders? We want to change the color of the borders as well, and back to the red, this one. From there you want to click this again, and you want to do the same for the wick as well. And from here, guys, you already have a very different looking chart right now, and with the candles are looking very different. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do, guys, is go to the appearance, and in the appearance you have the background right now. Now the background is set into gradient where two colors are mixed, so you can press the first color to turn into orange. The bottom color can be a little bit green. You can turn it into white if you want to, and it depends on you, but to me I like to put in a solid color, and I like it to leave it to the default charcoal black right there. So you can see right now that this is a charcoal black color, and I don't need to set any other additional settings, and click OK, and that's it for this introduction to the different setup of your charts. So congrats guys, you now know how to change a little bit of the look of the bar patterns. You guys can play out with any colors you want, okay? Now, the next thing is the right panel. By the way, we need a little bit more. So there's a full screen mode. If you do press here, you're gonna actually have trading view in a full screen. Press escape to go back to the normal screen as well. Now here we are with the screenshot. Take a snapshot, and you can click a snapshot. If you press that, save chart image or copy chart image, copy links to the chart image, or open image in a new tab. So if you do that, it's going to open up a new tab, and you can see it's going to load a little bit of the image of the screenshot, and this is your beautiful looking screenshot. If you want to send it to someone, the screenshot, copy the link of the screenshot, and boom, they're going to actually be able to open up TradingView. How cool is this? Okay, the next one on the right is the watch list. Okay, now the watch list is already filled with so many garbage right now. So if you want to add or remove in the settings, basically, actually, if you want to add, let's say you're watching three different coins, you just can click on add a symbol, and let's say I just want to watch Doge right now, so I'm going to click on Doge to USDT. The next one that I want to watch is Ethereum, so I want to watch Ethereum as well, so click on Ethereum. Now you do have two different looking cryptocurrencies. What I'm going to do is on the top here, if I actually zoom in right there, you have a X button. So what I'm going to do is these stocks, click on X, because I don't need that. You can click the X to remove the ones that you don't need. I'm going to remove and clear the garbage here, the futures, and this one as well, and now Forex as well, the euro and everything. And now you have the crypto. On the cryptocurrencies, we have all the coins that we've already added, the Ethereum, Doge, and whatever. And if you want to switch between, you just click on Ethereum, it's going to switch there, and it's going to switch to the Doge if you want to do that as well. So this is going to be your watch list. The next thing is going to be alerts, which is actually same as that one over there. And then you're going to have the news. So if you guys want to learn about news for Doge, for those who are interested in fundamentals, today there was MetaFiles for 8 new crypto trademarks. So all the news that is related to Dogecoin is going to appear in the news tab. You can see this one says Dogecoin and Shiba Inu data is waning interest, leading to decline in number of hodlers, whatever the news, okay? And down here you're gonna have data window. So the data of whatever this is, you're gonna have the open, the high, the low, the close, the change, the volume on 23 of March. So the information, just as I teach you about candlestick reading, where you have different information, the head, the high, the low, the close, and the opening of a candlestick today, which is 23 of March. Now depending on when you're watching this video, you're going to have a different date over there, okay? And if you want to actually have another small shortcut for all of this, it's actually above here. So when you hover your mouse on that candlestick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in here. So this is the today's candlestick. You hover your mouse right over there, and you're going to see a top bar right over here with information. So you see this, you have the O, the H, which is opening, the high, L is the low, C is the close, okay? So I'm gonna zoom out of things, and when you hover on this candlestick right there, you're gonna have all the information there. If I hover on this one, it's gonna be different. For every single candlestick, you're gonna have a different information data up above here, or you can just click on this data window for today, okay? Or you can even click on the date. I think you can change the date. No, you cannot. Okay, let's go into the hot list, I guess. In the hot list, guys, they tell you what's trending today, because you can see the best performing things, what's hot in the market. For example, like if metaverse and sandbox is actually popular, you're going to see information and what's hot about it in the hot list section, okay? But this one I don't really use that much, but it's just out there for me. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to mention it out. You have my ideas. If you have your own idea, you can actually click on plus right there, and you can say my idea on Doge. Okay, so let's say you actually discovered a falling wedge. You can say my idea on Doge. You can actually say I saw a falling wedge. Okay, falling wedge, so be careful. And from there you can do the analysis or tutorial, neutral, whatever it is, and you can click on publish, or you can say public first of all, and I want to publish into the TradingView platform, and other people can see it as well. And it's funny how they say, I swear to abide by the house rules, if not I won't be mad if my idea is hidden. Yeah, okay, so do agree with them and click on publish idea, so it's going to be published and other people are going to see. Do you really want to cancel? Yes, I want to cancel. Now anyway, you're going to have uh, another section which is going to be public chats about Dogecoin. So what are people talking about Dogecoin here? You're going to see so many people talking, and you can even write, hi, I am new, I guess. Did they take my message? Hi. Oh, whoops, we can post. Verify your phone number. Okay, you need to verify your number. But once you do that, you can actually write into the public chats as well, and people can talk about Dogecoin here. You can talk with members here what they think about Dogecoin, which is cool. Or you can have private DMs if someone wants to actually invoice you. And then we have idea stream. Now, this one, I think you can make an idea stream where if you're following different people, you're going to see their ideas as well. Okay, you're gonna have streams beta, and from here guys you can actually make a video, uh, live stream, or record a video for this trading tutorial and talk about what you think about the coin, and it's gonna be recorded in a video format for you to publish into the next session. And then you're gonna have notifications. If you have any notifications over there, it's gonna appear here. And then we have the order panel, so if you guys want to change the order of how the panels look like, you can do so, but I'm not going to recommend you to do so. And then you have the DOM, and now this is like the data that is happening, like for example who is buying, who is selling, like the order book, I guess, okay, on the Binance, right? So you have another object tree. Right now in my object tree I only have the Dogecoin information up here. If I bring in the EMA, for example, the EMA again, then my object tree is going to have moving average exponential. If I try to bring in the MACD as well, you're going to see my object tree has three things right over here, which I can remove them like this, okay, or hide a little bit. Okay, now from there guys, well, what's next? I do want to dive in into the left, the bottom of the, okay, the left one and then the bottom. Now the left one is one of the most cool places. You're gonna actually first find this one, the cross. The cross is actually what you see on the screen, this pointer in the middle. If you want to change how the pointer looks like, click on it, on this small arrow. You can see there's a very, very small tiny arrow to the right. Click that and you click back to close the new window. So if I want to turn it into an arrow, or if I want to change the looks, you can do so. Now it's a dot. If I click on this and put an arrow, it's going to be an arrow, and I'm just going to leave it into the cross because that's way more clear and better. Now the next thing is going to be trend lines. Okay, now in the trend line, of course, you can have multiple trend line, and you can actually play out with this yourself and look what it does. Now the trend line is, they also gave you a shortcut for the alt T if you're on Windows and Option T if you're on the Mac. So drawing a trend line, make sure you click the trend line first, boom, and then you can put a cursor from here, and I'm going to draw it until there. Now as everything appears on the screen, you're going to have this tab right above here to change the settings as well. So what I'm going to do, I can say that line to width, and I can actually do something like, let's say, increase the thickness of this one to 4 pixels and change the color to white, or I can even change the color to yellow, as I do in my videos actually. This yellow, right? It's looking really, really good, and you can actually play around, and you can click on it and click the delete button to remove it, or you can actually do Control Z, actually skip this one, which is the do and undo. So you can click and play around with these up buttons right there. So I'm going to click on undo right there, and from here you just click delete on your keyboard and you can delete it. Now the next thing is going to be the fib retracement movement, but there's a little bit of more tutorial that I want to talk about, like parallel channel. So if you're stuck in a parallel, you can press 1 2 3 and like that, and you can actually make a parallel channel that the prices are stuck in this range. For example, let's dive into the KNC to USDT right there, And from here, guys, the prices were actually trapped for a long time in a parallel channel, which I'm going to show you. And we talked about the horizontal channel or a parallel channel. It's the same thing. So you can click on it, and from there you just drag this from the first place to the other place, and then boom, that's the parallel channel. Just look at that, because the prices were moving inside here right there. And if you guys want to actually in the next step, change this brush icon with, actually I'm gonna do that later. Okay, let's dive into the fib retracement. So if I click on the fib retracement, what I'm going to tell you is really important for the fib settings as well. What you want to do very quickly is click on the fib retracement, or Alt F, or Control Option F on the Mac. And from here, guys, what I want you to do is I want you to take just the top to the bottom right there, and you're gonna have the fib retracement being drawn to you like this. Now by default, you're not gonna see the settings. You're gonna have a little bit of a different looking fib retracement with the symbols on the left side. Now for this one, click on the fib itself and go to the settings. First of all, I want you to turn this one to a white color, and you can increase the pixel like to the 2 pixel for more visibility, but it's good on the 1. And click on settings. Okay, when you click on settings, you're gonna have style. Now on the styles here, there are some little bit of tickers that I want you to put in. Now you start from the 0 all the way to the 1.414, and from 0.236 all the way down to the 2.272. Just do that, and we're going to talk about that one later. Okay, when you go down, you say use one color, and that's going to be white. And the background is going, you see the background is like this, but I want you to decrease the background all the way to the down. Okay, now the levels is going to be this, the labels you're going to see to the right side. Okay, I want you to put it to the right side, and this is going to be left as top. And I want you to click on fib levels based on log scale. Do that, and this is what I want you to do. I don't know why. Okay, by default it's off right now, and I'm going to tell you what this means. Click on OK, and you're going to have this. Okay, now on the bottom left, I want you to click on log scale. Now log scale, I'm gonna dive into the details later in the videos what they do. Right now, just do the log scale. Turn on the log scale on your charts, and by default leave it to the log scale. Okay, and you're gonna have the fib looking different, and the charts are gonna actually look different. Okay, so from here again, I want you to go to the log fib settings, click on the settings there, and I want you to go down fib levels based on log scale. Click on that, and you can see that the fib retracement actually became very different from the last version of it. And just leave it like that. In the next videos, I'm going to talk why I did this. Okay, right now let's just move on to the next one. Okay, the brush. In here, if you click on the brush, you can have a brush here, a highlighter, like I want to highlight this area right there. The next thing is going to be the rectangle. For example, you want to drop in a rectangle right there. You can even again change the colors here if you want to do so. Go up there, change it to yellow. You can change the background, whatever you want to do, you can play out. Okay, with this one, even for the brush, once again, like this one, normally on my YouTube videos it's yellow, so click on this one, turn it into yellow, and you're gonna see it's actually nice good yellow over there. So keep on playing with this one if you want to play with that one. You do have the curve, okay, from there to there, and you can even do something, play around with the curve, wiggle 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 wiggle. It's a music, wiggle wiggle wiggle. Anyway, yeah, it's just I'm playing around with this one. Okay, if I want to add a text, because we people love to actually add a comment, and maybe in the future you actually forgot something. Okay, so you can actually add a text like the first one. For example, let's say KNC chart, and all your to-do list, whatever popular to-do list you have, and click on OK. Wow, congratulations, you just made one text over here, and you can increase the size of the text because it's not very clear. I'm just gonna drop it to 40, and you can actually make a nice good color over here. For example, maybe this one over there. And what I'm gonna do is I can say Adam coins, okay, because that's the channel. Adam coins right here, so I'm just gonna do that, okay, and leave this to Adam coins right there. That's gonna be looking beautiful. The next thing is you have a pattern. For example, this pattern, you're gonna have X, A, B, C, D, head and shoulders. So let's say you want to draw a head and shoulder somewhere. Where do we have a head and shoulder? I don't even remember now, but let's say you do have a head and shoulder. You can actually draw the head and shoulder like this on any pattern, and you can actually connect the dots. Okay, there's a lot of chart patterns that you can actually use. Even the Elliott wave theory, of course, we're gonna be diving that into the details in the next videos. The next thing is you're gonna have something known as long position. Now let's say if I click on long position right here, and I'm taking in an entry down here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I want to put my stop loss here, and I want to take my profit up here. So it's gonna tell me that, oh, this is 109 89%, and you're gonna have a 9% risk ratio and a reward of 189% of profits out there. How cool is this? Okay, and of course, once again, you can always change the color of how they look up here. All right, so remove that. And the next thing is the most common thing that I like to use is the bars pattern. So let's say you want to duplicate this looking pattern right here. So you take the starting point to the ending point, and it duplicates the bars, and you can actually put it here, and this gives you an idea that potentially if history can repeat like this, what happened here, you can have another rise to the upside, which is going to take you to the 7.8 dollars. Okay, so that's just bar pattern replication. You're going to duplicate information. Now you do have symbols. This is symbols, if or icon, if you want to add a new icon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the icon and maybe look for a YouTube, if they do have YouTube, if they're good enough. Okay, they don't have YouTube. Now that's really, really bad. Seriously, guys, you don't have a YouTube icon, or is it just me? Whoa, they really don't have a YouTube icon. I'm just wasting my time looking for that icon, damn it. I actually found one. Yeah, they do have it. So here we are, and you can actually click that one, and you can drag it right over here. You can actually play around and or tilt and rotate, whatever you want to do. You can actually, I think you can even increase the size like this. So YouTube, other coins right there. Okay, let's change a little bit of the color, yellow. Wow, amazing, right? I'm just gonna leave it like that. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is click on the measure. So the measure can be actually be done in two different ways. First of all, is click the measure, and it tells you how high you went. So if you take the lowest point to the highest point, it tells you the date from the starting date to the ending date, and it tells you how many percentage you went up, or how many percentage you went to the down if you drag the cursor to the downside. Or the other shortcut is to press shift first, and then click anywhere. Click on the starting point from here, and then you can drag it up and then down, and just like that. So that's a shortcut there. The next thing is the zoom icon. If you want to zoom in into the details, you can do so, and click on the zoom out as well, and it's going to zoom out. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Now this one down here, I don't really use them that much. These are not really like super useful to me. But the one thing that is useful is you can click on the lock icon if you don't want to actually have any drawings on the screen. I think why didn't it lock it? Okay, there's a little bit of an issue. Okay, what it does is that you can actually lock the screen and not draw anything. You just want to lock it and don't disturb anything. The next one is going to be, what is this? Hide all drawings. Okay, so let's say that the drawings that I have, bunch of weird drawings out there, if I click on this, it's gonna hide everything. If I click it back, it's gonna bring everything right there. Sometimes you're gonna have a messed up drawings, and that's how you do it. Or if you want to delete the drawings, all in all, click on the trash icon, and that's it. Okay, we're done. Now the next thing that I want to do is I want to talk about the bottom of it. So the stock, screener is what I want to talk about here. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on the arrow first of all. So I'm going to zoom in here and click on this arrow, and I want you to switch into crypto screener, or you can even use the stock if you're actually trading stocks as well. So you're going to see a crypto screener, and what does this do? What do you do? This is one of the most uh, important feature that many people don't even know about, and it's actually very super useful. Now let's say, do you remember when I teach you about the RSI or the Bollinger Bands, that is actually the above overbought and the oversold levels? So let's say you're researching a coin that is actually down and is really oversold, that you want to invest in something that is dipping really badly. So you can actually go to the search icon here, or not the search icon, sorry, the filters here, and click on the filters. When you click on the filters, I want you to write in the RSI. When you do that, I want you to write the RSI that is below the 14 or the 20, because we do know the RSI goes from where to where? From 0 to 100. So basically, 30 is the oversold level, an investing level, and 70 is the overbought level. So let's say I want a 20, and that's the best place to invest. What you can do is you go here and you can write in for 20, and it's below 20. The value is under 20. Any coin that is below the 20 in crypto, that's what I want. And click on X and you're gonna have filters. Now you can see how many coins are there, and you can see A and C is below the 20. So if I bring in the A and C to USDT on the daily, it's below the 20. Just look at that, how cool this feature really is. And you can see that it's actually below the 20. If I go into the indicators and write in the RSI, look at the RSI, and I'm gonna bring in the RSI right there. And I don't know if it's gonna be very, very clear right now. Let me actually, drag this to the downside. Yeah, this one to the downside right there. And there's not too much information right now about it on the daily, but you can see the RSI is actually down here, oversold. You can see a very, very small line over there of the RSI. If I actually turn on the settings to the style, and it seems like it's this one over here, yellow, and increase the thickness. Okay, yeah, you can see there's a small yellow line there saying that it's really oversold, and you can actually check out this, but it's making a bear flag, so be careful not to invest in this one. But you can actually go on and filter something that is actually down and oversold, and get an idea if you want to buy or not. Okay, the next one is going to be text notes. If you want to write something about this, whatever particular thing you have, you can write on the text note with the title and description as well. The description, yeah, the spelling is wrong, but it's okay. Now the Pine editor, if you want to make your own indicator, you can use this one in coding, but you don't need this. And you have the trading panel where you can connect to different brokers. Like if you want to actually start paper trading, you can connect with paper trading as well, and the other different brokers as well. Or strategy tester, this is something else that we don't really need. It's for the Pine editor if you want to try out something and test something on the go. The next thing, of course, I want to drag this down here, is you see down here, if I dive into the Bitcoin to USDT chart, you're gonna have the date down here. This is the date, and this is gonna be the prices. Okay, and you can see the XY. So right to the right side, the X is gonna be the price, and to the downside is gonna be the prices, and in the middle point is that date and that particular price combined. Okay, and to the right side of your screen, you're gonna see time as well. Now let's say the daily time frame here has a time ticker. If I zoom in there, that it ends in the next 5 hours 24 minutes. So it means that nearly 19 hours or 18 hours, 19 hours and a half has already passed by, and we have 5 hours and 24 minutes more to actually close this candlestick. This candlestick right now closes in the next 5 hours 23 minutes. And that's it for this tutorial on tradingview.com. It's really long, I know, but that's what you've always been waiting for, and I think I've explained more than enough, because what has been told in this video is what you're going to use back to back again and again. You don't need any other tutorial from here. So if you guys are interested in still learning more about technical analysis in crypto, you do have the course right now. Check it out if you didn't, if you're coming from YouTube or watching from YouTube for the first time, because this is going to be a part of the course. And I'm going to see you into the next video, maybe with a Binance tutorial and a full tutorial on Binance, talking about the ticks and trips as well. And then we're going to dive into Fibonacci retracement settings and the Elliott wave as well. So I'm going to see you into the next one.